Hi Pisces, I hope you guys are doing great today. So these are going to be your general messages for career, love, whatever comes up from the 22nd through the end of the month. I hope you guys are doing great today. Remember, these are general messages. Please don't try to make them fit. If they don't, we'll get you next time, hopefully. And I will pull some, do an extended like I did last time. You guys do seem to like that for the love only. By the way, guys, I am starting out with the Lenormand again. Many of you have been asking me. This is the version that I use, is Cyril Marchetti's Gilded Reverie Lenormand, the expanded edition. I recommend it. I think the messages are very strong and pretty deep. So let's pull a few of these and astral card, throw the dice to get kind of the out frame of this time period. Really, we could say the end of July, really, right? So we have the Anchor. We have the Mask. All right, we'll pull the cards and then we'll talk about it, okay? Then we have the Mice. Okay. All right. Okay. Pisces. Who's wearing a mask? Who's not being their true, authentic self? Not in a bad way, not in a good way, just in a way. Acting a way that you need, thinking you need to act a certain way. Because the Anchor is all about stability and security, right? And guys, remember, the Lenormand look like tarot, but they have their own meaning individually, but we have to read them as a cohesive message. So the Mask, means very specifically, it's time for you to look deep into your soul. And who are you trying to be for who, right? Kind of like, because this energy balances the contradictions within you and encompasses the opposites. So this energy is all about projecting emotions or even hiding them, right? So, this kind of energy is sort of like, what do I want to say? Very chameleon-like, the ability to be a chameleon, to be different versions or different iterations of yourself, depending on the relationship or situation you're in, which is not really, at the end of the day, not such a bad thing, but this is a warning here. Okay, that you need to present yourself, whatever you're presenting yourself at face value, you need to understand the importance of face value right now, because then we have the Mice, which is about thievery, which is about a chipping away. Because face, first and foremost, means your own self, where are you not showing up as the truest and most authentic version of yourself? Right? Where, because it is symbolic of concealment and deception, but it doesn't, like, if it was with other ideas like the fox and the snake, I would say, okay, somebody's coming in and they're trying to be deceitful to you, but I'm not getting that. I'm getting that this is you, and it's however you're trying to show up, Pisces, in a relationship, in a career, in any sort of friendship, even this face that you're showing the world, is not your true authentic self. And this is the thing, that until you get in touch with why you do what you do, or why you feel the need to present that version of yourself to society, you're not going to feel fully anchored, and you're just going to have this slow chipping away of your sense of self. That is the Mice card. It's the slow chipping away, the slow nibbling away because of this mask, this false sense of self that you're presenting. So a very good example of this would be, are you presenting yourself in a way that maybe you want yourself to be, but you're really not authentically maybe showing up as that to the rest of the world, where you're saying that you're one way, but you're really not, right? There's like little follow through. Guys, no shade here. We all have stuff, right? Okay, so that's one version of how it could show up. Another version of how it could show up is maybe you're doing a job, some sort of situation that you're involved in, that you're acting like you're okay with it, and you're going along, you're getting up and you're doing your thing day to day, but it is really not resonating with you. That relationship, that career, whatever it is, you feel like you have this false mask on, but it's slowly eating away at your soul. You know that there are things that you want to work on in yourself, and you're layering that desire, that need, that insecurity, that vulnerability over that thing that needs to be looked at. But the other side of that is it's whittling away at your soul. And this is the thing. And this is a beautiful energy to get while we're entering Chiron retrograde, right? Because this is about, look at what's eating away at you, and where is that real sense of authenticity. And if you're not even sure, who am I really, kind of thing. I mean, there's no malice. Doesn't have to be malice here at all. It's like, who am I? And once you get in touch with who you really are supposed to be and where you really are supposed to be going, that's when the anchor can kick in and say, yes, exactly, Pisces, this is going to be anchoring for you. So if you've been trying to be something other than who you really are for that relationship, for that job, just know that there's never going to be a real foundation there, but not because of that energy. That energy is who it is, or what it is, right? It's you needing to show up in the most authentic version of yourself so that you don't even draw those energies to you that you're not meant to be in. Those relationships, those friendships, even the job opportunities or situations that come up in jobs. I hope that made sense to you. It's a very clear message to me. And then we have Mercury. Beautiful. It's all about communication. Let's put that down here. So Mercury, all right, man, I like Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini, which is all about communication, learning something new. So what I feel here in conjunction with this is you're going to have some really beautiful self-reflection going on. Really beautiful. A lot of you guys are also going to be maybe talking to people about things, reaching out to people via social media, maybe even doing some research, maybe even checking out some sort of podcast or some sort of video or even some sort of seminar or workshop kind of thing on the area that you feel like you're not being the most authentic version of yourself, so that you can get closer in touch with who and what you're supposed to be right now, and getting some help in an area that is in need of your attention. And maybe you're needing a little bit of help and you reaching out to other people doing it that way. But Mercury also rules Virgo, which is the 6th house of day-to-day work environment, as well as your health. So you can be really kind of throwing yourself into health or learning more about your health. If this is something that you're trying to escape from, learning more about how you can have a more productive day-to-day work environment. If that's something that you haven't been honest with yourself about, where you're like, you know what, I really don't even resonate with this anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. That kind of thing, So I like Mercury for that point, because Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo, which are really good learning energies. Okay, so we have the 9th house of belief system. We have Leo. Beautiful. Nice. We have the sun entering Leo on the 23rd. Cool, right? You're going to be pushed to really shine and have fun and express yourself, and you're going to feel more generous and grand in your gestures and your attitude. The only little something that we have to watch out for, especially when it comes up with the 9th house energy, is any potential, the shadow side of the ego element of that energy. We do want to be careful that of that. But what I really like is that we have the South Node energy here, Pisces, which is beautiful, because the South Node right now is in Sagittarius, which is the landlord of the 9th house. So what this tells me is you're going to be releasing something from your belief system, and you're going to be adopting something new to speak to that 5th house energy, which is Leo is the landlord of the 5th house energy. So whatever you're releasing, okay, it's really meant to level you up in a beautiful way. And I love that it's happening here. You got Leo. We have the sun entering Leo. That 5th house energy has to do with love affairs, relationships, sex. It has to do with your kids, things that you love to do. It has to do with the entrepreneurial activities. Really good. So I like it. Yep. Good stuff. So let's put these guys up here. So we have Leo, 9th house, South Node. South Node is all about release. It's about releasing. It's karma. Yeah. So there's going to be some sort of karmic dealings that are going to be going on, and I feel like you're going to know exactly what that is. So let's pull some chakra tarot for a Celtic cross spread. See what's happening for our Pisces friends. And also, the anchor has the 2 fish on there, just like you, Pisces. Okay. So it's a beautiful energy once you can figure out where you need to make some adjustments, where you're not being your true authentic. Guys, I'm not calling you a bunch of phonies, by the way. I just want you to understand that's not how it works, okay? That's not how this works. So this is that, and we all have it, in one element or another, right, in our life. Unfortunately, it's the way we roll. Let me figure my cards out here. Okay, so this is you right now as the Hierophant. So you're very focused on relationship, I do feel, or your belief system. You need to make a decision. You need to make decisions, Pisces. You need to make decisions. For sure, for sure. All right, coming into this energy, we have the Queen of Wands. So wands are will, motivation, the desire to move forward. So as a general influence, this could be coming into this point. You were feeling very passionate, very hopeful about moving forward in something with someone or even on your own, just hopeful about something that you were moving into, right? This is Pisces and Aries. So, you guys showing up with, it's the wand energy with Aries because it's fire. It's about feeling very motivated to really enter this next phase, either with this job, with this relationship, friendship, whatever it was, and you feeling like super motivated. But right now you're in a space of, we have the Hermit crossed by the Fool, and these are very dichotomous energies. It's interesting. So the Hermit energy, if you're here with relationship on your heart, it could be, doing, first of all, some deep work on yourself, Pisces. You really, really are. And this may indicate going it alone for the time right now, but doing some very deep introspection. If it has to do with career, this could be you either maybe going on sabbatical or stepping away to have this sort of more distant view of assessment over what it is that you're doing. This could even have you questioning your place of living right now, where you're just like, I don't know, am I in the right place? I'm just not sure. Is this really what I want? But then we have it crossed by the Fool, which is all about taking a chance. This is Uranus energy. It's about moving forward. Now, for many of you, this is going to be about making the decision to actually take a chance and move forward in something. Now, this can indicate the opportunity to refresh something, to press the replay button, like let's do it different this time, with a new perspective and a new approach that we can move into the future together. If it has to do with that friendship or that relationship, or even that new approach to work. Right? It's taking that chance. It's not knowing really how it's going to be, but it's focusing. It's very forward thinking. So I do feel like you guys are going to be very, very pensive right now about your future and where you should actually take that chance, right? Really take that chance. And I like that, listen, we have Mercury finally coming out of retrograde in Cancer. So we have stuff going on, right? We do have stuff going on. Just make sure you're flexible, right? Because we do have Mercury in Cancer sextiling Uranus and Taurus on the 22nd. So just make sure that you're very flexible to plans, ideas, people who you might find to be anywhere from mildly unstable to highly erratic. So just be really adaptable at the beginning of this period. And just know also then on the 27th, we're going to have some wonky energies that you might have to navigate. What I mean by that is we have two challenging energies mixed with like a really nice one. The 27th is going to be an emotional day because on the one hand, you're probably going to find yourself, you have kind of a short fuse, right? Having to do with anger and feeling just impatience that ends up hampering your judgment. Try the best you can to avoid disagreements because you're going to find yourself also very sensitive on that day, right? And that can make you very vulnerable to any sort of deception or confusion, and guys, even to ourselves, where we might be setting up like sandcastles in the sky, not really fully based in reality. But what's really, really nice is we do have Jupiter and Capricorn sextiling Neptune in you guys and Pisces as well. So it's going to help to calm the experience of that day, take the edge off the situation, to be able to find the positive. But it's going to be a little bit of an erratic energy. I do want to just give you a heads up there. But we do have you guys making a decision. The Lovers is you need to make a decision in that job. You need to make a decision in that relationship. Are you going to throw into it what is necessary in order to make it work? Now, this is crowning you. You really getting front and center what's necessary for you to, engage with in order for something to work out finally once and for all, because the Lover's energy is about recognizing that something is not perfect, right? The Lover's energy typically doesn't show up for new relationships, guys. It just typically doesn't, because there's a history here, right? Or many of you may be dealing with Gemini energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, but regardless, in and of itself, the energy does need to make a decision based on a foundation that maybe has some fissures. Are you going to work on it once and for all? Are you going to do what's necessary? Are they going to do what's necessary to make it work out once and for all? Now, the positive aspect to this, though, is that Archangel Raphael and the luminary of the sun always bless this energy. And I like it in the upright. It's really beautiful because it's this recognition of what needs to be done. All right. Now, the foundation here, Princess of Coins energy. So, you know, in other decks, this would be equivalent to a page energy. So when we're talking about pentacles, this could be coin energy, rather. This could have to do with maybe your partner is in the beginning stages of, you know, getting their act together as far as their finances, or getting their act together again, right? Maybe they fell on hard times or hard luck because of this, that, or the other thing, whatever it is, and that there is this regarding your partner. It could have to do with that, them, if it has to do with an external energy, them finally, at least being at the beginning stages and going in the right direction. This could represent you because it's a core card, right? So it could be you, an external energy, or general influence. So if it's you, this could indicate, you know, you need to pay attention to your bills, pay your taxes, do all that stuff. If you haven't paid them yet, you should have paid them right prior to this, but maybe you did and you're trying to sort of rearrange your finances after having that. Really thinking about your finances moving forward. And if it's just a general influence, it could certainly indicate that as well as some sort of newer opportunity, but it's like, it's not a pot of gold landing in your lap, but it's certainly like a positive energy towards moving forward. That would be a direct coin interpretation. But coins also do mean, you know, mental, physical, and emotional connection as well. So this being some sort of new connection. So for some of you, you may be dealing with a new connection that you met, but you still have this older connection on your mind, and you're trying to figure out where you're at. Like, I feel like for some of you, you may have had that relationship with this person end already, and you're really trying to bring yourself onto this path where you're moving forward. But the crowning energy is still that older energy, and the foundation energy is a newer energy, or the desire to get into something new. Because I feel like you're thinking, I need to move on from this. I need to let that thing go. I need to, but at the same time, you still have this willingness, and you want them to have the willingness to work things out with you, because here, you're very focused on marriage or that level of commitment, because the Hierophant energy regarding relationships, that's what this indicates. If this has to do with career, this is your belief system regarding what it is that you think you're supposed to be in right now. Right? The Hierophant is our religion, our belief system, our morality, how we frame our process and how we approach life. So Pisces, for many of you, could just be sitting back and doing a reevaluation of your belief system panoramically, having to do with relationship, having to do with money, career, everything. Where am I now? How did I get here? Where do I want to go? All of that. The Hierophant's a big energy. It's a major arcana. Absolutely. Now, the external energy to you is the Ten of Coins. So for some of you, yeah, I mean, listen, Ten of Coins does indicate marriage, and the Hierophant is the offer of marriage here. So this is going to resonate with some of you in the way of marriage, where you're realizing, you know what, I don't want to be without that person anymore. Let me do what I need to do to get back to that. Because I'm very focused on, you know, really wanting that. The external energy here, this is one of the marriage cards. It's also about wondering if your commitment is ever going to get to that level of deepening, that you're, you know, is it possible with this person? And the answer would be yes, but you have to put the right kind of work in. That's a little caveat with this energy. So there's abundance right outside of you, Pisces, but it's a matter of how willing are you to engage on that path? Because you know what, if you're not, let that energy flow right through you, over you, around you, and all that good stuff. You know me, I always say, I could tell you what the energy is. You have every right within your purview as an energetic human being to sit this one out. If you know that this energy is not right for you, I don't care how in your face it is. If you know it's not right for you, don't engage in it. But I don't feel like you're in that space, because there's a lot of confusion here. Now we have the Seven of Cups. This is your fear position, but this is the need to make a decision. You know you have to decide on something, Pisces. You know that there is something you need to pull the trigger on, and you're having a really hard time seeing everything clearly, keeping it real. Because the Seven of Cups is, you know it's in Five of the Cups, you don't know it's in Two. All right, but this change here. Venus in Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Pluto is all about transformation. It's the ending of the way something was. Are you willing to open up that next level in the way that's necessary in order to, because Venus is the money planet, Venus is our self-esteem, it's also love. So are you willing to allow that transformation in the way that that you know it needs to go in order to make that relationship work, in order to make that job work, in order to step into a new maybe avenue of your career. Like maybe you're not abandoning your career altogether, but maybe you're just like, you know what, I don't belong in this particular facet of it. You know what I'm saying? Like recognizing that. Remember, the mice is eating away, right? It's eating away at your ability to feel stable and secure because of this mask that you're wearing. And again, I can't emphasize enough, guys, this does not mean that you're being like a phony fake and, oh, Pisces. No. But we all have this mask that we have to wear from time to time, if not always, in one area of our life or another. But there are degrees of it, Pisces, you follow? So if you have a deep, dark secret that you're trying to work into your reality, with Chiron being retrograde, you are going to be pushed to look at that. And it's going to be a gift, even though it's going to be hard. If there's something in your soul, some sort of residue, some sort of reality, something that you've been keeping alive that's not authentic to you, you're going to feel so pushed to look at it. Not only now, not only during this week, but until December. Because you're going to realize it's getting in the way of you feeling fully grounded and having a strong foundation within yourself and of course the rest of your life, right? But the Seven of Cups, this is the thing. You got to make a decision. But like, for example, if you're going to be making a decision in relationship, if you choose to throw yourself into it in the right way, a new door is going to open that's going to be very benefic, particularly regarding resources, if resources were an issue for you guys. Yes. Confusion. Same thing with career, though. I have to tell you, like, I just feel like if you handle things the right way, and when I say the right way, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You do. You're confused, but you're confused about the paths that you have already identified would need to be taken. There's a one or two paths that you could take that you really don't want to. It's not that you don't know. It's just that you might want the benefit of what taking the harder road might mean, but you might be having a really hard time actually accepting that you're willing to do that. Yeah, we get the moon. You need to make a decision. The moon, you need to make a decision. You're feeling something very deep, deep inside of you. You're having a really hard time aligning your external with your internal right now. And the moon is I feel, and the moon is I nurture, right? The moon rules Cancer, which is the fourth house of home, which is all about roots and security. It's all about the anchor. Yes, you're really looking at these things now, but you need to make a decision on approaching things from a particular way so that you can bring something to yourself that's missing. You feel the sense of missing. Now, you could be in the most fabulous relationship, or maybe it's not even so fabulous, but you guys are really fine at the end of the day. And this has to do with your career, where you're just like, I don't know, you're having some anxiety, some depression, some confusing, the 3 a.m. anxiety poking at you, ruminating thoughts, right? You know, this could be for some of you, okay? Some of you, right? Mars and Gemini. Mars is that warrior planet. It's that desire to have a new perspective, a fresh path. It's the ruler of Aries, right? And it's in Gemini, so it's going over who said what, they said this. I don't know how to mitigate what they want me to do. I don't know if I could bring myself to do that in that relationship. I don't know if I could do that for that job. I don't know if that's the right thing for me to do. All of that kind of ruminating thought, any version of that, you know. It's a general reading. Obviously, you're not going to be all having the same exact thoughts, but the thing is, this is all necessary. This is all necessary, you know? But I have to tell you what I do like, because coming to the end of this time period on the 30th, we do have Mercury in Cancer opposing Jupiter in Capricorn, and Mercury in Cancer, see all this Cancer energy, trining Neptune in you guys in Pisces. So if you're working out, you know, any kind of agreement, any kind of new perspective that you're really trying to work on, it's going to go positively as long as you stay grounded in reality and in your integrity. Others are going to want to work with you. Others are going to want to be understanding. They're going to want to listen to you. They're going to work with you. But Pisces, big caveat here, huge. If you are deceptive or you exaggerate in any way, this opportunity is going to dissolve and life is going to make the choice for you. Can't say that enough. The 30th, the 27th and the 30th, they're going to be really positive, but they're going to be very sensitive, emotional days for you guys. It's not that it's going to be bad. It's going to be pushing things up in you that you need to look at. You need to look at. So this could all go really beautifully. Again, if you stay grounded in reality and in your integrity, because the second that you're deceptive or that you exaggerate something or you want to play passive aggressive or no, I'm fine, you know, the hell with you, I don't need you, no, I'm above that, I'm not going to do that kind of job, or I don't need that, or anything like that, your opportunities are going to go up in smoke. That is the way this energy works, right? You have to understand it, right? Because Mercury, communication, in Cancer, it's all about roots, rooted home. It's opposing Jupiter, which is all about expansion, but Jupiter expands whatever it's in, and it's in Capricorn. So this is going to be a nice energy with that, added trine in there. But if you don't work with that trine in a positive way, you're going to have to deal with the challenging side of Saturn, which is all about, nope, you don't deserve that, my friend. I'm just reading the cards. Don't shoot the messenger. That is what I have for you for this. So let's pull some. I hope that was helpful in some way. Let's do a little bit of extended messages here for those of you in the space of relationships. Pull a couple of heart oracles, a couple of island time wellness. Okay, let's see what we get. Trust. Wow. Sacred union. A message for you. Oh, Pisces. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Sacred union. Honor and treasure relationship, for it is truly sacred. A message for you. I'm thinking of you at this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Okay. Talking. Engagement ring. What did I say about that? Date. Okay. Going on, Pisces. Talking, interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hovering. So we just want to really mostly look at the outside, and then we go for the internal. So we have talking, conversing, and then we have date, meeting somebody new, dating, get back out there, plan and set a date. And the center is engagement ring, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union. All right, I want to wait on what it is that I'm feeling right now. Let me just pull a couple of tarot. Ten of Swords, Page of Wands, Three of Swords. Okay, yeah, I felt like I was going to get a Three of Swords. It's interesting because I feel like there are two energies here. I feel like you're still trying to unravel a knot from a past relationship, but then you're meeting somebody new. But you still, this person is like, I'm not saying on your mind, this was not a casual relationship. Whoever this is resonating with, you guys were talking marriage, talking moving in together, talking that level kind of thing, talking that level. We have, but then we have the trust, a message for you, sacred union. So there's something that needs to be accepted and really honored and treasured. And you have to have trust in someone or something in order to evolve to this next level. So going back to the mice card and with the mask, you have to have more trust in a situation that either you're never going to feel like you could fully be yourself with that person, and just understand and accept that, and then allow yourself to move on and work on releasing that energy. Or have that open-hearted conversation with that person and say, you know what? I haven't been my full authentic self. I want to sit down. I need to talk to you about something. And it's having that conversation or leaving that connection altogether. But the reason I'm saying it is because we have engagement ring in the center. We have sacred union. You're not going to have that when you just first meet somebody. So I feel like you're going to be talking to somebody right? And trying to figure out like a date or a situation. Maybe you're going to have a virtual date. Who the heck knows in this weird world that we're living in right now. But then look what we have here, right? Just kind of going in alignment here too. Let's look at the outside energies. Here we have the Ten of Swords. This is emotionally what you're going to be feeling. And the Three of Swords. So you're going to feel betrayed. Pisces, this tells me that you feel betrayed regarding this relationship. Three of Swords is the card of pain. It doesn't have to mean a third party situation. It doesn't have to be. This could just be that your partner did something that really made you feel very it's Saturn in Libra, so betrayed, bitter, painful, resentful, something, right? Maybe they cheated on you. Maybe they ended things out of nowhere, no real explanation that's satisfactory to you. Maybe they did something very shady with money. Maybe they threw you under the bus, having to do with some sort of family or friend connection, anything like that. But whatever it was, it hurt, because it's Ten of Swords. So it's words. It's communication. It came in the form of some sort of communication, and you're in the space of like over time, that's it. That cycle is done. The cycle is done because of the pain, and you really want to focus on the Page of Wands, which indicates a new cycle, a will, right? This desire to move forward. So for some of you, this can indicate a new external energy coming in, wanting to, but I just want to say that the Page of Wands, when we carry, it's a little bit of a superficial energy, so you might be in that space where you're just like, you know what, I just want to go have fun with somebody. Others of you can be in a space where you're actually meeting somebody. Now, because Page could also indicate a new fresh cycle in a relationship. Is a Page energy, it just can. So it's a core card. So we have to understand it as either you, an external energy, or general energetic influence. So this could be, if it's you, you're very ready for a new cycle. Even though you really may not be, you may be trying to tell yourself that you are. Instead of feeling the pain of something, you may be trying to convince yourself that you're more ready than you may actually be, okay? So that could be just you within you. If it's an external influence, this can indicate external to you. This just feeling this overall passion to just get out there and drive something forward. But this can also be somebody wanting to work on a new cycle within your connection with you, moving forward. Again, Wands are will, it's passion, it's motivation. So there's strong desire here. And to have sacred union with engagement and Page of Wands, I am feeling inclined to say that many of you may be experiencing this energy like that. Others of you may be in the space of like, you know what, they did me dirty, the cycle is done, it's time for me to move on, even though I love them. And it's a sacred love, but it's too much pain, too much. There does come a point sometimes where it's just too much, and you're just going to be opening yourself up to a new energy to bring that to yourself. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. I hope that helps some of you in some way. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.